Hi, I'm Maya, and I'm going to be talking about the feminist Kate Millett. Kate Millett was a feminist during the second wave of feminism and was very involved through the aspects of writing, art, film, and education. She was born in 1934 and studied education and humanities at the University of Minnesota and St. Hilda's College. While teaching in her later years, she began to explore arts and how they can benefit women. She also began writing both articles and books that demonstrated how women and their gender roles affect how they are viewed in society, as this was her philosophy. Millett died in 2017, but her work was not forgotten in the eyes of women today. Throughout my video, I will be talking about how she was very involved in the education aspects and fought for equal rights in institutions. I will also be talking about her contributions to art, writing, and film, and how they gave women a fair chance at demonstrating their work. Millett was an artist, author, filmmaker, and educator. Her first piece of work that I'm going to talk about is her article called Sexual Politics. This article was about how women were discriminated in the workplace and in film. This piece can also be described as her philosophy and her main contribution to the feminist movement. Sexual Politics also explores the patriarchal system that women faced. Another piece of her work was a film she produced called 3 Lives. Because it included an all-female crew and was about 3 women in their lives, it was very important. As an educator, Millett saw a lot of discrimination in the education system and wanted to help. She wrote the article called A Study for Women's Higher Education in America. This showed females' roles in school and the inequality they faced due to the idea that men were seen as more important to the future of education. Millett was very involved in the feminist movement in the U.S., but also brought her ideas to different countries, such as Iran. In Iran, she was fighting for the women's right to not wear a veil and was arrested. After this happened, she was interviewed by many and asked a question by a reporter about her opinions on the subject. Millett responded with this answer. She said that she is proud that they are still fighting even after the democracy that they have built has fallen. I think this shows just how much she cares about the movement happening in Iran and wants to support them no matter what happens, even if it means that she gets arrested. Not only was her work in literature, education, and film important during this time, her work in the arts was very influential to those fighting in the feminist movement as well. Millett founded the Center for Arts in 1978, and this was a place where women of all backgrounds and sexual orientation were able to showcase their work. Millett also was an artist herself and sculpted many pieces that were displayed in various exhibits demonstrating the different feminist issues. Millett was a well-known figure during this time in the feminist movement and was recognized with various awards. For her contributions in art, she was given both the Yoko Ono Lennon Courage Award for the Arts and the New York Foundation for Contemporary Arts. These awards are given to those who try to showcase others' work and tell stories of real issues through their artwork. Millett was also named the first chair of Education Committee of the newly formed National Organization for Women, or called NOW, in 1966. In this position, she fought the oppression that women faced during their education. She also founded the Millett Center of Arts and was inducted into the Women's Hall of Fame in 2013 for all of her achievements. She also formed the Women's Liberation Cinema in 1971 to provide women with a fair chance in the film industry. I believe that these awards were given to her in good conscience, and she deserved these for her work within the movement. After learning more about Millett and her contributions to the feminist movement, I believe that she helped women greatly in their fight against the oppression and discrimination they were facing. I think her providing different outlets for women to explore options in these fields helped their climb in the patriarchal system that men created. I also believe that she was a great role model for those who wanted to achieve more for themselves and not be limited to their gender. I thought back to our discussion in class on the second wave of feminism and connected Millett's work to this because she was among the community of lesbians that were involved in the movement. I did not find any limitations to her work and found her very influential during this time. Thank you for listening to my presentation about Kate Millett and her contributions to the feminist movement.